What's up, YouTube? So it appears that some people are having trouble with a big word called buffering. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break it down to you and let you know what it is that's maybe causing your issues. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to give you a little bit of clues in this video. Here is, we're going to start from the obvious to the beginning. And I'm going to try and just stick with just buffering. I'm not going to try and venture off and tell you about like IP vanish or anything like that. No. First of all, your equipment. Your equipment, as far as what's coming into your house, internet providing. If it's high speed, because that's what you need. Okay. You need to be running your internet speed at least above a 15. Okay. If you're not running at least above 15, then I wouldn't be getting these services. I wouldn't get any services. I mean, the only service I would even consider using would be services like YouTube, all these people that have server farms, such as Amazon, Hulu, Netflix. Those are the guys that you should. Let me go ahead and move me. Oh my goodness! All right, I'm moving it down real quick. Now your download speed, that's really good. Okay, that's extremely well. That's because I have high-speed internet. Okay, and I don't have satellite-based internet. I do not have like a satellite dish connecting to a tower coming back. The further away the tower is, the less your speed is. It's like a traveling bullet. You know, a bullet can't fly straight forever. Gravity pulls it. If you do not have a good stream, at least above a 15, then my advice is don't get this. Don't get any type of service. Do not try to use Cyberflex, Cinema. Do not try to use like other ATVs or anything like that, because it's just not going to work for you. Okay, your upload speed, that matters also, but your download speed is really important. Really, really, really important. You got to have some good download speed. In other words, you got to have high speed. If you that one was really simple. If you want to get that internet speed tester, just put the word speed test. And there it is. Speed test. You can download that one too. It's absolutely free. So, you got, like I said, you got to have internet. Now, your equipment. If it is anywhere from a year from a year and a half to 2 years old, doesn't matter if it's working well or not, get it replaced. Meaning, go to your internet provider and tell them that you want it replaced. And be adamant about it. Tell them, like, no, I want it replaced. Okay, I'm paying for it month to month. Because chances are that's what you're doing. You're paying for this month to month. And tell them specifically, like, I do not want refurbished. I do not want somebody else's problems. I want it brand new. And that's whenever they come over, use your phone. Okay? Get on Google. Find out the make and model. And after that, on Google, push release date. Type it in. Go to search. And they'll tell you when that device was released. So if you got something from like 2016, and that's what they're trying to give you, and they put a little sticker on the box and say, look, it's brand new, I can buy stickers and put it on the box. I'll put whatever I want in that box. Those stickers are cheap. You can get it for like 20 of them for $5. Don't believe me? Look up factory stickers. And you'll see. Factory stickers for sale. You'll see them. Anyway. So that's what you need to provide. Okay, you need to go ahead and provide those services. You need to have high speed. Now, when getting these services, such as a Fire Stick, depending on what type of gen you have. If you have Gen 2, of course, it's going to be a little bit slower. If you got something like a basic gen, like, let's see. I'll show you one real quick. If you have the first generation or the basic edition, you'll see I went ahead and marked a red X on top. And I put a check mark on the second generation and the 4K. Okay, let's try to show you that. You'll see, right? Okay. Those ones with the red X, no. Those are pretty much paperweights. Okay. You can go ahead, I would factory reset that, put YouTube on it, give it to a kid, let them play around with it. Because that's all it's going to be good for. Now, say you got a 4K Fire Stick. Yeah, you got a 4K Fire Stick. Great piece of equipment. There's nothing wrong with it. Me, myself, I have the Cube. That's what I have. Another great piece of equipment. I love the Cube. The Cube is awesome. It's like 3 of those 4Ks in one. The processor. It's all about the processor. Well, anyway, if you do not have, if you do not keep up with that equipment, whenever you get your Fire Stick, it's gonna run great. It's gonna run like, wow, this thing is amazing. You know, I can click on something and it plays. It's just a, you know, what was I? Well, my life was without this. Well, if they do not go through all of this step by step with you, then your services that you're using, you will start seeing a decrease in your performance of your Fire Stick. Okay. Now I'm clicking on these apps because I'm trying to show you something. I'm trying to educate you a little bit here. I don't know why they keep up so much shit on here. Okay. Here's the rule of thumb here. Everything that you click onto is going to be running until you shut it off. Okay? And I'm going to show you how to force stop it. See how that? These are all running side by side. Okay? This is what causes buffering. It's if you have an iPhone, what I call the Fisher Price phones, if you do not turn off all those apps, force stop them, then if you ever experience that with an iPhone, then you get it. Okay, you understand what I'm trying to tell you here. The app are going to be running side by side. Okay, and it's up to you to come in here, force stop. Go ahead, move me again. There we go. Force stop, and you come over here and clear. You dump your cache. Use your back button. Force stop. I've done this many times in all my videos. Maintenance videos and everything else like that. Okay. That's what I like keeping running. See, like that we touched on that one first. Okay, so the only app I have running is this ad blocker. So that's the only thing I have running. And as you can see, anything I click onto will start running good. Now, the combination of using your background and your SD together, you should be fine. Okay. Now, that's where your maintenance comes in with these Fire Sticks. Like I said, when you first get it, it's going to run great. It's going to run remarkable. But if you do not do those two things, at least your proper maintenance, then you're going to have a hard time. That's when you punch home, and I'll show you how much memory or storage is in here. There it is. There's the storage. Okay. Now this one's already getting up there, and it's starting to get filled up. I'm going to show you a picture of somebody else's storage, because you don't have that much room in these Fire Sticks. Sure, they'll tell you, like, you know, you get 26 gigabytes available storage, but yeah, it's available, but there's a key word, available. That means that Amazon has their bloatware in there too, and I'll show you that here in a minute. They load up some of the stuff on here themselves, hence the word Amazon. They're the ones running this. So here's somebody else's storage, because they went ahead and put like a bunch of apps in here, and they didn't do their proper maintenance. They didn't, and it just got away from them. You know, they just start building up. And here's what it looks like. Okay. See that right there? Okay. See how it's getting filled up? You don't want that. And I've seen worse than that. I've seen like a centimeter before on that storage. I've even seen them where they get the low storage prompt on their screen. And that's because they haven't kept up with their proper maintenance. Sometimes it even takes you going into here and one by one, let's see if I find anything that has anything in it. Okay, like this one. You never clicked onto it, but it's still running. Hence the bloatware. Click force stop it. There your cache. You go back out. You may need to do that time to time. Even when you turn on your Fire Stick, it does that. Okay? There's nothing I can do about it. It's just a lot of bloatware. You know, I hate it. Come in here. See, right now what I'm looking at is that cache there. See, there's one right there. See, you never clicked onto that, or I didn't click onto it, but it's still running. Well, see, I found another one. Prime Video. You didn't click onto it, but it's still running. All right. Okay, you try to keep this at a minimum. This is another thing that causes buffering. Now, if you want to dump apps, dump all these apps that you're not using. You know, if you want to start dumping like Film Plus, if you like just cinema, and you're fine with cinema, then get rid of all of these, or get rid of everything else that you got. Doesn't matter. I'll show you the video on how to install it. So, install it, you just use FileLink. Now, if you want to go ahead and see the video on how to install with FileLink, then I'll put it in the description below. Okay? But, getting back to your buffering issues. Yeah, start dumping all the stuff that you don't use. If you don't use like, I don't know, you don't use any of this stuff. Tubi and stuff like that. Even down here, if you're just gonna use this, then dump any players that you might even have, because this runs on its own independent player. So it's just an all-in-one app. Okay. Now, I told you about Amazon with their bloatware. Here it is. This, and this. It causes room. This is like a lot of storage that it keeps, and it does build up. Okay, that's why we put things like this to monitor and maintain your storage buildup, because all that Amazon stuff down there at the bottom causes buffering, and it sucks. There's nothing that I can do about it. I've been looking into it and researching to see how I can actually improve them or delete those. And every attempt that I have tried to delete them, the whole operating system shuts down on me. So then, no more Fire Stick. It becomes another paperweight. The other thing is good for the neck is probably just the remote. But there we go, right there. See all that stuff right there? I wish I can get rid of it. It would cause like a huge boost of memory or storage, and available storage that I could use. And believe me, there's guys out there called TDUK and stuff like that. Man, those guys are super smart, and that's where I get a lot of my advice from. But here's another bloatware right there. That's Amazon. They keep all that stuff in here. So what I'm trying to tell you is keep up your proper maintenance on here. Use everything that I tried to give you. I know this video went on for a very long time, and I appreciate your time. But I'm really trying to get you a little tech savvy so that way you can enjoy your streaming service. Okay, so if you get a lot of buffering, if you get a lot of that stuff, then you may need to go ahead and, instead of using Wi-Fi, you can actually use an Amazon, Amazon Fire Stick adapter. And that bypasses Wi-Fi. Give it a shot. You'll like it. It's you'll have priority internet, meaning that you get the services first. And anybody else that ties to your Wi-Fi, they're only focusing on your services first. So that being said, everybody, I hope this video was educational for you. I hope that you took something from this and you kind of, brighten up a little light bulb over your head, like, maybe that's what was wrong this whole time. But if you need any of my other videos, go ahead and watch them all. I try to educate people a little bit on this stuff, as I'm still educating myself a lot on this. And if there's something I don't know, I do my best to try and get you the answers. So, like I would tell everybody, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. It's a little gesture from you, but it makes a big world of difference to me. So give me a comment. Let me know what you're experiencing. If there's something that I can do for you, I'll make you a quick little video. But till then, like I always sign off with happy streaming.